Here we are, and welcome back to Blind Man Morris, and we're under the car and we're looking at a gearbox sump plug. And this gearbox sump plug is causing us some problems because it's absolutely rammed into the bottom of the gearbox. Now, I haven't changed the oil in this car, in the gearbox, since we've owned it, and I was due to change it at 6,000 miles, and we came to look to take the sump plug out to drain the oil, and lo and behold, I can't get that plug out. It's probably cross-threaded in there, and I don't want to damage the sump, so we're going to try to find a different way of getting the oil out without pulling that plug. So we might have to take this car into the garage to get them to do it, because it looks like it's been rammed in with an air tool, and I don't think I'm going to get it out, and if I do, I'm probably going to damage the gearbox. So let's come out and have a look to see how I'm going to get the gearbox all out of the gearbox without dropping out the sump plug. So to try and get the sump plug out, I've used mole grips, I've used an easy out, I've used a deep socket, I've used spanners, I've tried tapping it, shocking it out, and it wouldn't budge. And the trouble is with the cast gearbox, you don't want to whack it too hard because you could end up splitting the case. So we've decided for an interim measure to stop attacking the sump plug nut and go for removal of the oil from the gearbox using, he said, where is it? There, one of these. So instead of going from underneath to drop the oil out, I'm going to go in through the filler plug and suck the oil out using a siphon as a temporary measure, filling up the gearbox oil again, and then finding a better way to get the sump plug out, probably by taking it into a garage and get them to shock it out with an air tool, and then buy a new sump plug, clean up the threads, and hopefully refit. So next time I can actually do a gearbox oil change myself without going to a third party. Let's get on with the job. So we're going to, inside the car, I'm going to remove the sump plug filler plug with this deep socket through that hole there. You can see it there. And then in with the extension bar, and we'll get that oil.
What socket have you got?
Oh, I can't remember, is it? No.
It's a 3/4.
It's a 3/4, of course it is.
It's a deep one.
Yeah, it's a deep socket. So what will happen is, normally at this point, I'll drop the plug.
You can put a piece of tissue on the end, as Mike.
No, they do that.
I tell you.
You could.
To stop it from falling down on the tray beneath. But you've got a tray underneath, haven't you? So that if it drops, you can catch it.
Yeah, which it will do.
See our other video if you want to see how we do that.
It will drop out. It always does. Where's it gone? I didn't hear it drop.
Let's have a look. It's gone.
Weird. Well, anyway. Next job. This is the...
So you've got to put the intake hose into the sump.
Yeah, not any further than that.
While John's doing that, I should say that one of the dilemmas we face is that to get somebody else to do it is really complicated for us. There's only one of us who drives, so we have to think about the logistics of doing all that versus doing something like this as a temporary measure until we need some other piece of work done to try and combine bits that we can't do ourselves. Right, so you've got the outlet
in a pot,
into a pot down there, and you've got, so the outlet's got to be lower than the intake. There we go, look at that, beautiful. It's a strange thing to get excited about, eh?
I don't think we're getting any more than that. So I've topped up the gearbox with new oil. I've started off with putting in 1 litre rather than 1.3 litres because I'm not quite sure how much I managed to get out using the siphon. So I started off with a litre. I'm just letting it finish draining in. And once it's drained in, I'll check the level with my finger by putting it into the filler plug hole and seeing if the oil's at the bottom of the threads.
We did keep the oil in the house before we brought it out, didn't we? To
Yeah,
make it easier to pour in.
yeah. So in the winter, I always keep our oil in the house. It keeps it at room temperature then, and so when you come out to fill your cars up, it actually pours in quicker than if you leave the oil outside, where it gets nice and thick and heavy. So here I am putting the filler plug back in. I'm packing the filler plug into the socket with tissue or a bit of paper. That's a tip that Mike Burgess from the MMOC told me. I've been using it ever since. Right, I'm going to use my finger to locate the hole. Make sure there's no tissue. I'll clean the threads off. Get in there. There we go, tissue out. Plug in. That's that.
I'll just show you that, shall I, before you cover it? There we go. Cover with its bung.
Cover with this bung, clean down, wipe up, and we got a new gearbox full of oil. All we've got to do now is work out how we're going to get the plug out, the sump plug out, the drain plug out. Or they're going to get somebody else to do it. Decisions.
Impact wrench.
Impact wrench. Well, I've got to buy one then. I've just noticed a load of these nuts are missing on this cover plate. Back into the workshop for those then. These have been. I tell you what, these have been. You can see these have been fired in with an impact wrench. Look, you see how chewed up they are.
Yeah.
So that's what's happened here, because these are really soft brass cover plate screws. What happens is when you take it to the garage, when they do some work, like take your gearbox out or whatever, they use power tools to get all these out, and they chew them all up. And they chewed them up so much they probably haven't bothered putting these back in. So I'm going to have to go in a workshop and refit those, because they're not even tight. See, so they've fired them in. Look, whoever did the gearbox work on this car obviously was a bit of heavy-handed. I'd like to say mechanic, but they probably weren't. Yeah, see, that's rammed in there. That's cross-threaded. And on we go.
So we're done.
And there we go. So, got another couple of jobs to do. I've got to do the hinge pin on that door as well.
But it's also about learning when not to do something, isn't it?
I think it is, and I think I'm frightened of trying to put too much pressure on that knackered sump plug and cracking a gearbox, because I'm quite well known for breaking quite heavy metal, basically.
Yeah.
Master cylinders, and if it's been there, I've broken it. That's for certain. So I'm not going to put my 13 stone behind a wrench and wrench it off, because I'd probably crack something, either me or the car. And on to the next job.